today on Rappler. Gilas Pilipinas still advances to the Final Four of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament despite losing to Georgia. Senator Nancy Binay is considering filing an ethics complaint against Senator Alan Peter Cayetano after he called her crazy. Healthcare workers will receive a total 27 billion pesos from the government in long overdue health emergency allowance claims from the pandemic. China seizes a Taiwanese trawler saying it violated a fishing ban. And US President Joe Biden says he will not quit the 2024 presidential race despite growing pressure to do so. Gilas Pilipinas still advances to the Final Four of the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in Riga, Latvia, despite losing to Georgia Thursday, July 4. Coming off a giant upset of Latvia, the Philippines finishes second in Group A of the tournament. The team remains on track to cinch the coveted spot in the Paris Games. The three teams in Group A figured in a tie with identical 1-1 records, but only Latvia and the Philippines advanced due to a superior point differential. Awaiting Gilas Pilipinas in the knockout semifinals is the top seed from Group B, which is composed of Brazil, Montenegro, and Cameroon. Only the winner of the Olympic qualifying tournament will book a ticket to the Paris Games. Senator Nancy Binay says she's considering an ethics complaint against her political rival, Senator and incumbent Committee on Accounts Chief Alan Peter Cayetano. This after he called her crazy and Marites or a gossip monger during a Senate hearing.
Kabuang Kanaday. Tapusin natin na maayos to, Senado to ng Pilipinas, hindi to palengke. Sasabihin mo sa media, may kilalaman to sa Taguig at Makati. Ma'am, basta sasabihin ko sa iyo, Lourdes ang pangalan mo, hindi Marites.
Binay, the former Accounts Committee chief, says she is consulting her staff. The hearing on the new Senate building on Wednesday, July 3 got too personal between the two senators. Cayetano accuses Binay of influencing media interviews to favor her narrative. At the hearing, Binay refuted Cayetano's claim, saying the construction only cost 21.7 billion pesos and not 23 billion. Cayetano insists the cost is at 23 billion pesos due to land acquisition. Healthcare workers will finally receive the remaining health emergency allowance or HEA claims. The Department of Budget and Management says it will release 27 billion pesos by Friday, July 5. This means some 5 million HEA claims and over 4,000 COVID-19 sickness and death compensation claims will finally be paid to workers who've been waiting since the pandemic. In April 2022, former President Rodrigo Duterte signed a law granting benefits and allowances to health workers during public health emergencies. The allowance ranges from 3,000 to 9,000 pesos every month, depending on the risk classification of where health workers are deployed. They're entitled to a separate compensation package if they got COVID-19. Health spokesperson Albert Domingo reminds hospital managers to sort out requirements to avoid further delays in payouts. Iloilo 1st District Representative Janet Garin says the release of the allowances was, quote, long overdue. Taiwan says China's seizure of a Taiwanese trawler that was operating close to the Chinese coast might be an act of psychological warfare by Beijing. Chinese officials boarded and took the boat back to a port in China on Tuesday, July 2. They say it violated a summer ban on fishing and carried out illegal trawling. Critics, however, say the move is meant to further pressure Taipei. The boat was fishing in Chinese waters but near Taiwan-controlled islands. The Taiwanese Coast Guard says 3 of the 5 fishermen on board were Indonesians. Taiwan National Security Bureau Director General Tai Ming-yen says it was unusual for Chinese officials to board and take control of a Taiwanese trawler. China views democratically governed Taiwan as its territory. It has ramped up pressure on Taipei since May when President Lai Ching-te took office. Beijing accuses him of being a, quote, separatist. US President Joe Biden vows to stay in the 2024 presidential race as he seeks to shake off calls for him to drop out after his debate performance. Sources say Biden was on a call with worried campaign members, telling them he wasn't going anywhere. Biden met with 24 Democratic governors and the mayor of Washington, D.C. to reassure them he is still capable of leading the party. Concerns about Biden's age and mental acuity rose after the debate where Biden mumbled and at times lost his train of thought. Biden says he was tired after consecutive foreign trips. The White House says he had a cold. Following the debate, a Wall Street Journal survey found Trump beating Biden by a margin of 48 to 42%. A New York Times poll finds Trump's lead over Biden has widened by 3 points from 49 to 43%. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.